What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Young Sonic 137. Also joined again by Big Daddy 0207. And we're gonna take it back, a blast from the past. We're gonna review
WCW
WCW
versus NWO.
World Tour.
Let's get it in.
Uh, Me personally, I felt that the AKI series, just in general, wrestling games, this was my favorite series. I felt like the reversal system, easy to pick up. Just everything was, to me, I don't want to say perfect, but it was a close to perfect game. Granted that it was on the N64 as well. So, let me show you a little gameplay.
This is actually us playing. Actually, I'm probably a bigger wrestling head than KC Classic here. I'm a big fan of the Smackdown series currently. As you just saw in the opening video package, I love when video games are more than confident enough to show that this is our gameplay and this is what we're going to do. Right now we're about to get into a little cruiserweight action. Oh man, this game had it all, man. I mean, back when I was a kid, I used to go over to my friend's house every single day almost and play this game. And we would just do 4-way battle royals. We couldn't get enough of this, man. This is back when we used to still play with action figures and stuff, man. But it was all good. I mean, it's a classic game here. Cam, tell me some more about what you like about the series.
Another thing I liked as well is the ability, just everything that they put into the game. Granted, yes, you couldn't edit the moves, but you can edit every single attire. I like that. This game you couldn't, but this was also their first installment of the AKI series, so this is the first one. But later games like No Mercy, Revenge.
Well, there were some other installments, but they were in Japan first, actually, to be honest with you. Not many know that.
Yes,
but
I know that.
But I understand, though, for their first installment here in the U.S., that it makes perfect sense that not everything's going to be perfect and not all the ideas are going to come together, but WCW was on top during this time period, and I see why that they chose this engine, because it was very popular in Japan, and why it works. It works. Simply, the moves feel fluent, and the controls, I just love them, man. They're just easy to play with. Something I think SmackDown should sometimes take and go back into and learn from just games from the past.
I also agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. Also, another thing I liked is just everything like flowed. Everything was like able to flow. I liked the flow in this game. That was one of the main parts. We don't mean to just like kick the ass of the unknown, but he's just there.
He's gonna be unknown after we're done with him. But I mean, cool game. Not too much to say about it. I'm more of a WWF fan my entire life. We live in New York, Buffalo, New York, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm more of a WWF fan. Like I said, I always stuck with them through thick and thin. Is it the greatest company? Not always, but there's just many things that I love. Look at the intelligence that this game had. I mean, I just jumped off the corner just to show you guys that, and it's pretty cool that I think you can do that. And let's see a little jumping off the ropes.
Also, thing that was just added in SmackDown this year, if you're looking at 6, you were just able to do a lot of things in this game.
Leapfrogs, jumping off the ropes.
Everything. Just a lot. I see you mentioned SmackDown versus Raw. Would you like to touch on that series at all? I mean, we haven't done a game review for it yet, but what are your thoughts on SmackDown versus Raw?
Currently, I will save that for another video with you. I would like to do a preview of SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 when we get some more info, which should be soon, and what I think is going to be brought to the plate for that game.
Sound very excited, it seems like.
I am for that game. I'm not going to lie to you. I am pretty excited for a few games coming out soon for the PS3. But I feel the N64 was a classic system. I always felt it. You know what? I'm not going to lie to you guys. I bought this for a lot of the wrestling games that my friends had, and I was just a fan of.
Yeah.
And I normally wouldn't have purchased this system.
Yes. Me personally, to be honest, I would probably be too young to really like understand. I played back then, played a lot, but like just to like really understand the game, like and how really good the game was back then.
Oh, we got a submission.
Uh, it was just pretty amazing.
Yes. I want to hear everyone else's opinions also on the game series as far as AKI goes, if you're a big fan of playing that. I'm just curious to know who is a big fan. I mean, I even love they had characters in here that were, they're Japanese wrestlers for the most part that many wouldn't know about.
But just the fact that they were in the game.
Yeah, that it was cool to have that, you know? That's
Yeah.
just a cool feature.
Yeah, I noticed in a lot of the earlier installments, they're
Hey,
just
can I say something else? I'm sorry to cut you off there. This feels like a sim. This feels like I'm in a match. Like, I don't feel like I'm going to jump off the top rope and get right back up. It's not run move after run move.
yeah, that is also in the me personally. I felt that this was the best two button reversal system. I mean, it was a button for like reversing grabs, and there's also a button for reversing strikes. And it was
Control scheme is something that we can all, I think, argue about.
I mean, some people like the one button reversal system.
I think it makes sense. I see why they do it.
Me personally, I don't like it, but I mean, it is what it is.
They all can't be winners, I guess.
That's true. I mean, it's not that I can't deal with it. It's just that I don't know. I just don't like it personally. But yeah. But you personally, do you have a favorite AKI game?
I do. Everyone knows what my favorite wrestling game is, and it's the one we are probably going to review eventually. No Mercy. That's definitely my favorite, without a shadow of a doubt.
Definitely agree. Love No Mercy. You got hours and hours of playing that game.
We played that for a couple of years.
Years, yeah. Amazing.
I felt that this used to be the sim, and Smackdown was more of the arcade.
Yes,
But now it has reversed into now Smackdown's trying to become the sim. Hence why I don't trash on it too much.
I think that's why a lot of people are having like they want it to be a lot like the AKI series. Like when you think of Sim, this is the first game that has to come to mind personally. But
Yeah. I think it's down to us here.
comes down to two. See the better of the two men.
Right now I'm looking like my goose could be cooked here.
Alright.
Just showing you guys some good gameplay here. Sorry I had to get quiet. They're trying to get my reversal on, but as you can tell, it ain't going down right now for me.
Also, another thing, I love how the moves, like the damage of the moves. It seems like in SmackDown versus Raw nowadays, you can just do a lot of weak grapples, and you can just dominate a match that way. And in this, anything can change the match around. It doesn't matter. And I know this was early, but it seems like the game was respected. Like everything was respected. Like even physics was respected in this game. I mean, not so much in the early installments, but if you play No Mercy, if you were a big guy and a little guy tried to slam you, like,
oh yes, yes. I agree with you on that, and we will touch upon the other games more. Man, I just tapped out. NWO too sweet, Scott Hall, you know. What you gonna do, scumomaniacs? But time for the quick review. Cam, what do you give this score?
This personal series, I'd have to give it 8, 9. 8, 9.
This game.
This game.
I also will give this game an 8.5 out of 10. It's an amazing game, and if you haven't gotten it, go to your local game store and pick it up.
Oogie
YouTube.
Games.
Animals out.
Out.